Hey, what is going on YouTube? Today we are doing a 6.1 Survival Hunter guide. I'll cover the talents, the glyphs, the macros, the enchants, and probably the gear as well if I can fit that segment in. So this should give you a pretty good understanding of what the majority of survival hunters will be doing and how they have their class set up, as well as it'll give you a really good insight on how to play the class properly if you've just rolled a hunter. So we'll start off with the talent choices. The first one is a toss up between narrow escape and post haste. If you've got a double melee comp, it's cool to go narrow escape, and you can, if they're both on you, disengage. They both get trapped or immobilized for 8 seconds there. So that's pretty nice. But most of the time, and from what I've seen, most other hunters are also running post haste, because there's a lot of slows in this game. So this will get you out of all of the slows, give you a good speed boost. You can run behind a pillar. If you slow the melee, you can also just disengage and get away from them. So I recommend picking post haste, but it's okay to go narrow escape too, depending on the situation. So I'm just going to say too that this is a very universal setup. A lot of the talents I'll go over, you can actually change yourself, depending on the situation if you're comfortable, but otherwise this is a very, like I said, universal setup. Second, I would recommend Binding Shot. It allows for some nice CC, and I'll show you exactly how to do that soon. Spirit Bond, that goes perfect with the glyph here. We'll talk about glyphs in a second. Spirit Bond for that, tier 3. Thrill of the Hunt for tier 4. The damage is better than Dire Beasts, and yeah, it's a fun one. You get procs and you get more shots off. So Thrill of the Hunt for more damage. Murder of the Crows is the best choice for the level 75 one. 1 minute cooldown, you can't go wrong, and they start for 15 seconds. If it kills them, reset. It's right now a very strong choice. They actually do a lot of damage. So moving on to Glaive Toss. Again, this has been the choice for hunters for quite a while now, including last expansion really as well. Just gives you another slow you can put on, some easy damage, and doesn't cost much focus at all, so it's a good filler. And finally, the most OP talent probably in the game, Exotic Munitions. And of course you want to put on frozen ammo, because it is just downright silly, to be honest. The movement speed reduced by 50% for 4 seconds. That's pretty much just a constant slow. You'll never be out of the slow if you're hitting them. So that's a really great one, and that is how I set up there. You don't have to change that really at all. That'll be perfect for arena, battlegrounds, open world PvP. Obviously if you're going to do PvE, you're not going to run this, but for all PvP aspects, this is really perfect. And pair that with these glyphs. Glyph of Animal Bond gives you a really nice heal. If you're in trouble, just go and run behind a pillar, and this will heal you over time. Soul Ace is a very important one. As a survival hunter, you've got dots on everything. So when you land a trap, such as like that on the crab, you want the dots off, otherwise it would break the trap easily, just like that, from damage. Okay? And finally, Glyph of Explosive Trap is a really nice one as a third choice. This one can be changed out depending on I know some people run like mirror blades to try and reflect magic damage if you have 2 casters reversing, but most of the time it's best to go with Explosive Trap, seeing as this is a very melee dominated expansion so far. So along with those glyphs and those talents, this adds up for a very nice playstyle really. Like you can disengage, a little bit of lag there, to get your speed boost. Landing traps is easy. All you have to do is just slow. You can run up, trap at your feet, and there you go. They're stuck for a good 6 or 7 seconds, as you can see here. Well, in PvE, it's very long. Okay, so say you're doing that. Right now, you can be hitting someone else. You see the trap's nearly up, then you can run in, Binding Shot, and Explosive Trap them into it. So now they've got a full stun on them as well. Now pair that with a Druid that could be landing a Cyclone on now, triple DR that. That is one of the nastiest CC change you can do in the game. So I recommend that. Finally, I also highly suggest going and getting any type of bird, as it reduces their healing effects received, reduced by 25%. As you can see, he keeps that up 24/7 all the time as long as he can hit them. So yeah, quarter heals reduced is very good for any PvP situation. Okay, now we'll move on to the macros. I'll pop my macros up here, not add-ons, macros, and we'll cover the specific ones I have. You have a normal slow as well as a focus slow, which is very good. You can see it there. I'll try and list all the macros in the description if I remember, but you should be able to see it there if you've got your quality of the video turned up enough. So a focus slow, a focus silence, and if I was to trade out Blinding Shot, I also have a focus Wyvern Instinct. But like I said, most of the time, just run Binding Shot. Finally, that's about all you need for the focuses, I believe, other than your focus pet, Roar of Sacrifice, I believe it's called. So that's how you set up this. Party 1, 2, and 3, you can have 3 individual ones. Sorry, party 1 and 2, as well as a target self sack. So what that ability does is, if you are spec'd into, when you come to your pet, spec'd into the Cunning tree, gives you this ability called Roar of Sacrifice. So it makes whoever you put it on unable to be critted on. So that's very handy, especially if someone's bursting. Just straight away, if they're bursting on you, just pop Roar of Sacrifice, and now I cannot be crit on for a good 10 seconds. Finally, I'll just cover the gear and the enchants. Now, I will try and list the stat priority up on the screen, as well as the best way to go about gearing really is just search 2v2 or 3v3 ladder in Google. World of Warcraft will come up. You look at the top players playing your class and just copy the gear they have. That's really the best way to do it. They're all using the same stuff. You'll see a pattern if you look through multiple characters all at the top. Normally they're all wearing the same type of gear, same stats, same stat priority, so just copy off that. But I do have to say that the best way to go about it, if you are revered with Ashran rep in order to be able to buy the gear, it's very annoying. I'm not, which is why I haven't got the right setup of gear, but it's not too bad. But what you want to go for is, say, the set piece helmet and legs or gloves, because the set piece 2 set bonus is very good. When you activate a freezing trap, you get 50 focus back. So that just lets you, while lining up CC, get all this focus ready to put pressure out. So that's a really important thing you want there. You want to be able to get that 2 set bonus, and that'll really help you out. Finally, the enchants we'll just cover. It's just versatility on everything. Versatility on your rings, 2 of those, on your neck, as well as the cloak. You can also get the cloak that has the versatility and movement speed bonus, I believe. It does cost a couple of K gold though, so if you're just cheaping out like I am, just type in Breath of Versatility and get the plus 100 for your cloak. I believe we covered everything there is. This is my first ever actual guide on how to play any type of class ever. So if you want to, if I miss something, make sure you let me know in the description below. I'll try and fix it, or if I ever do another one, at least I remember that I have to add that part in. Other than that, guys, thanks heaps for watching. I hope this helps you out when it comes to playing hunters or versing them, and I will see you guys next time.